Hey Mom, great news. Richard is finally going to take me to Miami to meet his parents. You know, it's been long enough, but I know he has been a little hesitant just because he hasn't been down there in so long, he doesn't really know what to expect. He's only ever had good things to say about it, mostly about the food, which I'm very excited for. But we're both kind of on edge because we don't really know how it's changed. Richard has been very positive about it. He keeps telling me that I need to embrace change and blah blah blah, and change is good for the soul and all this stuff. You know, and I know he has a point, but it's not something that you really want to hear every day, especially from your boyfriend. Anyways, what I'm most excited for is, I guess, to just experience a new culture. I've moved to Tallahassee from Alabama, so there wasn't really a huge adjustment, but since Richard calls this place Cuba 2.0, I'm assuming that most people here are pretty progressive, so it'll be a nice break, especially after the election. And one thing Richard keeps saying is that how excited he is that we are finally taking a vacation where we're not surrounded by a bunch of, old conservative countrymen who give us weird looks when we're holding hands, with their Trump flags and everything. So I have a feeling that this is going to be a good change of pace for us. Before we knew it, when we were pulling into Hialeah, his mom was already giving us a call, wondering where we were. I didn't really understand half of what she was saying, but I was still really excited to meet her because she was one of those sweet Cuban ladies who, every time you saw her, she would just give you a fuck ton of medicine and compliments that Richard would translate for me. So I was excited regardless. Though, at the end of the conversation, he kept on asking a bunch of really concerned questions and then hung up really fast. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but I'm sure it was nothing. The first thing I noticed when we arrived was just how hot it was. I mean, it can get hot in Tallahassee, but I'm talking it was 80 degrees in December. This was already annoying because I was already sweating from being nervous, but Richard calmed me down. Though, he did look kind of sketchy. It kept on looking like he was looking around for something, like something was different, but he couldn't really tell what it was. But all I was thinking about at that point was food. Right when we go inside, the first thing that starts happening is that she starts yelling at us in Spanish to take our shoes off. So at first I was super confused, but then afterwards I started remembering some of the Spanish I had learned in high school and college, and I started realizing that was kind of the only difference between us. We ended up having a really fun time. The food was really good, she had a lot of really embarrassing stories to tell about Richard, and she seemed genuinely interested in what I had going on. Even though I couldn't understand half of what anyone was saying, I still ended up having a really great time. I realized that I didn't really have anything to worry about, and all that stuff that Richard was talking about with change started kind of making sense.
Babe?
Yeah, babe?
This weighted blanket's not compressing my anxiety, and I'm losing it. Have you not noticed, how this place is?
Notice what?
Think back. Anything you noticed?
How could I have not seen them?
Yep. We need to get out of here, now.
What about all that stuff you said this morning about, change and
Fuck that. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on.